Hi everyone, welcome to Educon community. So this is our lecture 5. We will discuss about the operators today. So let's start. The first question is how many types of operators are present in Java? So there are 8 type of operators. So in previous lecture during the data types, there we have also discussed that how many data types are there. So they are also 8 and operators also 8. So in Java, 8 data types and 8 operators, right? So the first one is arithmetic operators, second one is unary operators, assignment operators, relational operators, logical operators, bitwise operators, shift operators, and ternary operators. Okay, so as always, the next question is like, what are the arithmetic operators? So arithmetic operators are used to perform the simple arithmetic operations on primitive data types. So these are addition operator, which is denoted as plus, then subtraction operator, which is denoted as minus, then star as the multiplication operator, then division, and then modulo operator, right? So like 5 plus 3, result will be 8. 5 minus 3, result will be 2. 5 multiplication operator means 5 star 3 will be 15. Then suppose 15 divided by 5, that will be 3. And if you will be do that like 5 modulo operator 3, it will be 2, right? So can we add two sort values to a sort type? No, we cannot. Addition of two sort type numbers will be int. I have told you for sort data type, the size is how much? 8-bit, and for int, it will be 16-bit. So when you will add 8-bit and 8-bit, the total size will be 16-bit. That's why the type will be int. So if we try to assign it to sort, then we will get an error. So any operation between two integer type variables which are smaller than int will always result in an int, right? So what are unary, binary, and ternary operators? So unary operators are the operators which operate on only one operand. Okay. Binary operators operate on two operands, and ternary operators operate on three operands. So we have arithmetic, assignment, relational, logical, bitwise, shift operators, which takes two operands to operate on. So 6 here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So which two are left? Unary and another one is ternary. So unary will use one operands and ternary will use three operands. Rest all 6 operators are bitwise, like binary operators. Okay, arithmetic, assignment, relational, logical, bitwise, and shift operators. These 6 are binary operators. Now, next question is explain the unary operators. So, unary operators are such operators which needs only one operand and are used to increment or decrement value or inverting the values. So, unary plus, unary minus, used for giving positive values, used for, and unary minus used for negating the values. Okay. So unary operators basically used to increment or decrement the value or inverting the value, right? So increment operator. So increment the value by 1. So there are two ways in which we can use this operator: post increment and pre increment. So post is like when we will use the value first and then we will increment, right? That's why a then increment operator. That is the post increment. Like 5 plus plus. So if we will do that, we will use the 5 at first. Then we will increment the value by 1, like it will become 6, and then it will do the increment in that way. But for the pre-increment, like plus plus a, so if we will use the plus plus 5, then when we will use that, then 5 will not be used. It will be incremented at first. So it will become 6. And we can use that one. We can use 6. So for pre-increment, the increment will be first and then we can use that value. Okay. So what's the difference between the pre-increment and post-increment under increment operators? So in post-increment, the value gets incremented by 1 after computing the result. But for pre-increment, the value will be incremented before computing the result. Okay. And decrement operator decrement the value by 1. There are also same way, like two types, post and pre. You can write here in that way. In the same way, I'm going to copy. So here a minus minus, and here also minus minus. Okay. So this is post, this is pre, in the same way. So like if you will use 5 minus minus, then 5 means the value will be used first and then post decrement, like it will become 4. And pre means at first it will be decremented to 4, from 5 to 4, and then the value 4 will be used. Logical not operator. So which is used for inverting a Boolean value, right? So if it is true, then it will become false. If it is false, then it will become true, in that way. So unary operators are unary plus, unary minus, increment operator, decrement operator, and logical not operator. Okay. Next one is what is the assignment operator and what are compound assignment operators. So assignment operator is like equal sign. So this operator is used to assign a value to any variable. Like this variable equals to value. So like a equals to 10. So this is the assignment operator. This and this a is the variable and 10 is the value. And previous of it, if we will use int is the data type, right? Cool. So assignment operator means this operator is used to assign a value to any variable, and it assigns value given on the right hand side of the operator to the left hand side variable. Okay. Compound assignment. Compound assignments means combining the assignment operator with other operators. So like plus equals, then minus equals, star equals, then division, divide and equal. Like we are combining that arithmetic and assignment. Okay, so that's why it is compound assignment operator. Cool, right? So now which operators are used to compare the primitives with each other? So relational operators are used to compare the primitives with each other. So these operators are used to compare two operands, like if an element is equals to another or not. Such operations are basically known as the relational, and such operations return Boolean results. Okay. So first one is equal to. So this returns true if left hand side value is equal to the right one. So A equals 10, b equals to 20, system dot out dot println, then a equals to equals b. It will basically check a and b, those two values are same or not. So 10 and 20 are different, that's why it will print false. So equal to, then not equal to returns true if left hand side is not equal to right one. So left hand is 10, right hand is 20. So it is not true, which is true. So it will print true. Next is less than. So it will return true if the left side is less than the right one. So A is 10, B is 20, A less than B, which will be right. That's why it's true. In the same way, greater than. Okay. So like it returns true if the left hand side is greater than is more than the right one. Okay. In this way, right? So it will print true. Okay. Next is less than or equals to. So this will return true if the value at left side is either less than or equal to the value at right side. Okay. In the same way, greater than or equal to. Okay. Cool. So next is what is the difference between the statement A equals to A plus B and A plus equals to B. So clearly you can see here only assignment operator is being used, that's equals, right? And here we are using the compound assignment. So it implicitly casts the result of addition into the type of variable used to hold the result. Get it? Now, can we cast an int value into byte variable? Yes, we can cast that. Like int A equals to 10, byte B equals to, we will write this byte at first, then A. So in this way, we can cast an int value into byte variable. Next is what will happen if the value of int is larger than the byte. So an int is 32-bit long, right? While byte is 8-bit long. So when we cast an int to byte, the higher 24 bits will be lost as byte can only hold value from minus 128 to 128. Okay. So int is 32-bit long and byte is 8-bit long. So when we cast an int to byte, it is higher than, means 32 minus 8 is 24 bits. So that 24 bits will be lost as byte. Like as byte can hold only value from minus 128 to 128. Get it? If you have any question, you can write down. Now, what is the difference between equal to and dot equals method? Like, first of all, this is the operator, right? The equality operator is a binary operator. Like it will check its like left hand side and right hand side both are equal or not. So which is provided by Java to compare primitives and objects. But uh, dot equals is a method defined by the object class which is used to compare the objects. So in order to compare the objects, equality operators return true only if both the objects reference points to the same object. But equals method returns true if both have the same value, right? So equals method will only check that both the values are same or not. But through the equality operator, we will check the reference points to the same object or not. Like those two references the same object or not, right? If they will be different objects, then it will return false. It will only return true if both the object references point to the same object only. But to equals method, we will check both the values are same or not? This is very important question. I'm marking a star here. Very important question. Next is, what will this return? 3 star 0.1 equals 0.3. True or false? You can see that logically it's true, but this will return false because some floating point numbers cannot be represented exactly. Next is, what are the logical operators? So logical operators are used to perform the logical and logical or operations. Operands with logical statements are conditions, right? So which results into true or false. Like logical and returns true when both the conditions are true. Logical or return true. Either the condition present in left side returns true or condition at right returns true. Relational operators and logical operators are used mostly in looping statements and conditional statements, which is very important. So you can use during your programming, during your code. So basically you will use mostly during the looping statements and the conditional statements. Basically in the conditional statements, you will use the relational operators. But yeah, the logical operators also you will use, right? Next is, what are bitwise logical operators in Java? So bitwise operators are used to perform the operations on individual bits of numbers. For example, there are mainly four bitwise logical operators. First one is bitwise AND operator. This is the sign here, double. During the logical operator, double AND, right? This is a logical AND. But bitwise logical, this is one AND sign. So which returns bit by bit and of input values. And bitwise OR operator, this is one or just in this way, one line. So which returns bit by bit or of input values. Bitwise XOR operators, so which returns bit by bit XOR of input values. Bitwise complement operator, this negation type sign. The unary operator, which returns one's complement representation of input value. Like input value, if it will be true, it will become false. If false, then it will be true. So we can use these operators with any of the integer type. We can also use bitwise OR and bitwise AND operators in uh, conditional statements as well. Next is, what is the difference between the logical OR and bitwise OR? So while operating, the logical OR operator does not check the second condition if first condition is true. It checks second condition only if first condition is false. That's why when we will use the logical OR, means this one, okay, and bitwise OR is this one, okay. So suppose when we will check this, like we will do A or B, right? So like A, I am just here just I have given you the example here. So the left one is A, right one is B. So for the logical OR case, the left one will be checked first. So if the first condition will be satisfied, then this B condition will not be checked. Okay. But in case of bitwise OR, it always checks both conditions, A and B both, whether first condition is true or not. So for logical, always it checks first one. If it will be satisfied, then it will not check B. But if A is false, then it will check that B is true or false. As we always know, for logical operator, true is always true, true false is always true. So you can see here, right? So if it is true, that first condition is true, okay, then it's not necessary the second one is true or false, right? But if false true, okay, then also we know this is true, right? So if false and true, Then you can see here the first condition is false, then we always need to check the second one, that is true or false. If it's true, then it will return true, right? So that's why the first if the first condition is true for the logical OR, then it will not check the second one. But if the first one is false, then it will check the second one as well. Okay. Next is what is the ternary operator? Means conditional in Java. So in Java, ternary operator is a shorter version of if-else statement. That's why for uh, most cases, when we can uh, transform it from if-else to ternary, when we can do that, we always need to write the ternary operator there uh, without if-else. So it will be like best practices. That's why. So it has three operands: condition, then if true or if false. So first it will check the condition. If it will true, it will return the first one, and if it will be false, then the second will be printed. Right. Next, explain the shift operators in Java. So there are two types of shift operators: left shift and right shift. The left shift operator in Java is used to shift all bits in a value to the left side of a specified number of times. And right shift operator is used to move the left operand's value to the right by the number of bits specified by the right operand. What is the difference between the bitwise right shift operator and bitwise zero fill shift uh, zero fill right shift? So this is the zero fill right shift, also used to shift the bits towards right, but it is different from the regular bitwise right shift operator, as it doesn't protect the sign bit of the operator of the number, while this bitwise right shift operator protects the sign bit. Okay, so there that bitwise zero fill right shift, that doesn't protect the sign bit of the number. Okay, but that bitwise right shift operator protects the sign bit. So here it means this one. Okay. So your bitwise right shift operator protects the sign bit. Okay. And one more thing, point to be noted, like bitwise zero fill right shift operator, like this one, always fills zero in the sign bit. Next is what is the precedence of operators available in Java. So when it comes to hybrid equations which have more than one or two operators, then the operators which have the higher precedence are solved first, then the lower precedence, right? Next is what is the instance of operator. So this operator is used to check if an object is an instance of a class or a subclass. Okay, so instance of operator is used to check if the object is an instance of a class or a subclass or interface. And basically, this instance of operator is used for type checking. Cool. So these are the questions I have jotted down here from the operators. So if you have any other, then you can comment down. Thanks.